Jay, it takes a couple minutes to set this up for you. I did a little background information down here. And what's your mailing address? Is it what I see in your card, 122 Main Street? Listen, Jay, I understand where you're coming from. In fact, that's the same thing some other businesses said at first. Let me ask you, aside from the fact you don't think you can afford it right now, is there anything else holding you back from making a decision, or just things a little bit tight with the finances? Well, money's always tight. I don't Oh, I understand, Jay. So main thing is just, since it is something we're talking about 595, you would kind of feel justified with your partner. And I understand that. Yeah. But Jay, if this was free, you really wouldn't hesitate to take it. So the main thing that makes the difference, of course, is the 595. Let me ask you a question. Do you realize now the level that everything is going mobile, right? Everything is pushing itself towards mobile. Yeah. Now, you have a website. Why? Because you want to provide services for your customers. And you want to constantly be able to let them go there and look up your menu, look at the hours, look at events, everything else. Do you know now that over half of all searches are done by smartphones? And when you put in iPads and tablets, it's basically 75 to 80%. So 3 out of 4 of your customers and potential customers, when they go on the web and look up steak or seafood and they see your restaurant, they click on it. They're doing that on a mobile device. They click on that and they see what we showed earlier down here, one of these small uh, websites here that has very little, like this one over here on the left here. And they got to scroll and try to maneuver all around. That's not exactly a place. Not only will they not bookmark it, chances are they're going to click back to Google or Bing or Yahoo and go to the next seafood place or the next steakhouse. Having a website like you see here on the left that shows that can have a menu, contacts, other information is extremely valuable for your customers. You and your partner built this business based upon doing what the customers want, what the customers need. Is that correct? Well, Jay, put simply, you're going to eventually get a mobile website. Everybody's getting them. Everything's going mobile. We can have one ready for you by the end of next week for one time $5.95 check or credit card. It's a simple thing there, and it's going to have the same look and feel of your website, and it redirects the same website address, by the way. All it is the code in there. It's going to make it realize it's a mobile device, and then it's going to go back and have the same look and feel. Now, back down, the original thing down here is this. What we do down here on the invoice is we get everything set up for you. And I think you can see the value of doing something for your customers like this, too. And besides, you can do this on a credit card if you want. But the bigger thing is this. You're going to start yielding dividends quickly because now you're going to be having a mobile website that people can on the lunch hour when they got to look up websites when they're out about to have a mobile device. Now, Jay, what's your email address? Okay, now this will be a base rebuttal of either can't afford or partner. Now I'm going to give another close. He's going to give me a different rebuttal. Jay, this is the invoice right here. I need a little background information to set it up for you. And your mailing address in your card here says 122 Main Street. Is that right? Well, that is right. You really think I need it? Well, let me ask you, Jay. Do you have a smartphone? Yes. Okay. So do most of your customers. And most of your customers are probably, many of them have a tablet or an iPad. And they're constantly going to the internet, checking emails, looking up websites, doing a variety of things through these mobile devices. When you have a regular website, they go there on there, and they look up what they're going to end up doing here. They're going to be seeing like a website on their iPad, like what you see here on the left. It's one thing looking at it from a 15 to 20-inch screen. It's another thing looking at it from a small screen. If you have a mobile website, which we will build for you, then your customers, not only are they going to love you for it, the studies have shown, as I mentioned earlier, Jay, that 85% you can increase your consumer traffic up to that much amount with the mobile website device. And as I mentioned earlier, the mobile marketplace is here to stay. And it works on any type of mobile device. How many people come in here and you see with the little iPads and tablets, or they're always on their phone looking things up? How would you like to have a menu that's user-friendly on the smartphone that they can pull right up and tell other people, hey, they're running late? I use it for restaurants in town. I said, tell my wife what I want to do because I'm getting there late. For a one-time $5.95 cost, that's a very simple thing to do. Now, later on, if you want to go make it more customized, that's something we can switch everything over for you there. They get a standard silver base mobile website ready. I'll have it ready for you by the end of next week. And the point is this: which site would you rather your customers see? One they can't read and have to play with, or one that's user friendly? And for you, Jay, do you personally like to have a business that you go to regular? Would you like for them to have a mobile site? Well, so would your customers. That's the point about it, Jay. This will be something that your customers are going to love you for. Now, what I get down here is a little background information. And what's your best cell phone or best phone number there that we can get if we did need to get a hold of you? Okay, now again, you close them this way. And regardless, I'm going to go through the isolation. On a rebuttal, you look up at them, smile. They say the moon was blue last night. I can't afford it. I want to talk to my partner. Don't need it. Whatever. Hey, Billy, I understand that. Aside from the fact that you just can't afford it. Aside from the fact you want to talk to your partner. Aside from the fact you don't think you need it. Aside from the fact, whatever it may be. Aside from the fact the moon was blue last night. Is there anything else holding you back to make a decision, or is just the moon was blue? Yeah, the moon is blue, but I see that. You got to say their name to interrupt them. If somebody goes, they can't afford it, and you go, okay, and then you go, I understand that. And you pause very long, and they go, yeah, the bills got tight. They start going into every bill, everything they have, and before you know it, you're going to want to give them money before you leave. So you say their name to interrupt them. Say, Jay, listen, I understand where you're coming from, but let me ask you this. If this is free, of course you would take it. The big thing, the $5.95, why should you invest that for your customers? Here's why. I give a rebuttal, and then I close them again on a second piece of information.